and put the stuff in that needs to be put in.
And we're on live. Hey, everyone, this is Kevin.
Matthew.
And this is Miyagi's Cobras. And today we have joining us another Matthew from the group Cobra Kai Family, the guy who created the page, which is now up to about 2,000 members plus. And I've been helping on that group. And this is Matt Sharp.
Hey, welcome, guys.
Matt Sharp really sounds like a professional name, though. Like, I trust him. Like, if he was doing my taxes...
he's sharp on it. It's sharp. His name is very sharp.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
401k. He sounds professional. I mean...
I sound like a German.
I do the best I can
my
do.
My name, it's just got a German accent to it, just hidden somewhere. All right, so today we are going to go over Season 1 and recap of Season 1, since you all should have had time to see it by now. We're going to recap Season 1 and go over the Easter eggs that we've discovered in Season 1.
Wait, that was the Season 1 of the show? Really?
Yeah.
Something like that. I think it came out before Season 2. Is that right?
Man, I don't know. Wait, there's a show about Karate Kid follow-up? I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, where have you been, Matt? We've only been doing this podcast for, well, we've taken a hiatus with all the drama we've had going on, but now we're back. Yeah, totally the best show. And as soon as it came out on Netflix, man, everything just took off. Like, I had at work coming up to me, hey, have you seen the show called Cobra Kai? And I smacked myself in the head. Like,
I want to. There's so many times where I want to punch someone in the face, because I always told him back in 2018, watch the show. It's amazing. Trust me, dude. It's amazing. Even people at my MMA gym, I'm like, guys, you've got to watch it. I think you'll love it. And oh yeah, whatever. And then now they're all coming to me and be like, yo, this show's amazing. I'm like, I know. I told you almost 2 years ago to watch the show. You're like chopped liver.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing because, like, I'm only 20, but when the show came out, I think I was like 18 or 19, and I was a really big fan of the Karate Kid, so it's kind of cool. Even though I wasn't alive when the first one came out, I grew up with the film, so it's kind of cool to see kind of if you know what I mean. Like, the Karate Kid came out in the 80s, and I think the last one came out in 90, or was it 89, something like that. And
89 with Karate Kid Part 3.
Right.
Yep. And I believe that now that I'm seeing Cobra Kai, it's like my general. I don't know, because I'm not in this generation. I'm more in like the early 2000s and late 90s generation. But it's pretty cool to watch a show and then in the future be like, hey, back in my day, the show was Cobra Kai.
Yeah, it is my all-time new favorite show. I had to say, before that, it was either like Smallville or Lois and Clark, or no, sorry. I take that back. It was Walker, Texas Ranger.
Walker,
There was not a show as badass as Walker, Texas Ranger until now, watching Cobra Kai. I'm sorry. I kind of think Cobra Kai is more badass.
Yeah, Cobra Kai is kind of like the new Walker nowadays.
No, that's not true, because there is going to be a new Walker, Texas Ranger. They are making it.
Yeah, and Jared
Padalecki.
Exactly, yeah.
The new Walker.
Cordell Walker. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I'm actually excited for that. Because I love Supernatural, so seeing him in that role is just going to be hilarious.
It's going to be different for sure.
Let's see if he can do those funny moves.
It's one of my top favorite shows of all time now. But there's also, before that, I love like the show House of Anubis. I grew up on that show, and it was very dark for what it was. If you ever watched the show, it was some reason it was G, but it was so dark it should have been PG. Like, I don't get how back in the day you can get away with stuff back then.
Yeah,
because like they had sacrifice, killing, worshiping, the god of Anubis, the elixir of life, all that that's really dark stuff in a show on Nick. I'm like, should this be PG? Why is this on during the day? Like, this isn't healthy. I got scared of Nick. Like,
I mean, heck, we used to watch Power Rangers, and that was pure violence.
Power Rangers jumped with Power Rangers.
I was Mighty Morphin. That was.
I was more drunk. But anyway, about back to Cobra Kai.
Yes, tangents. That happens all the time in this group. So start with Episode 1, Season 1. I mean, it goes from starts off at a recap of the tournament and goes through the points where each round where they're given a point. So it cuts a little bit of the fight out, but the point scenes are there. And then you see the whole sweep the leg and the whole elbow to the knee, and then the crane kick.
Yeah, and
it turns to a different footage. I think it showed some actual footage from the original movie that was not used, and then it goes two adults, an adult Johnny lying on the ground and an adult Daniel backing up.
Actually, the footage that they used for the after he's laying on the ground, some of those footages in different angles that they used, they had to actually go into a salt mine. Sony led the writers into a salt mine to get that footage from the original movies.
Right.
I don't know if y'all knew that.
They kept them safe was in that salt mine.
Exactly, yeah.
It's crazy because something about footage is a little bit off topic, but the Friday the 13th released the new box set, and they have footage that was lost, like uncut footage that was deleted, but some guy kept it, and to open it up, they used the microwave to open up footage because it was all stuck. So it's crazy how all these movies you've seen years ago, and they come back, TV shows, movies, and they have all this footage that was never released, you never knew about. It makes you think, what else do they have in the Cobra Kai vault they're not showing yet? What are they going to use next that we've never seen?
Yeah, it makes you wonder what kind of footage from number 2 they have, because I guarantee you that's going to come into play in this upcoming season.
I totally agree there.
Whenever we get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so episode 1, it's probably one of my favorite episodes of the whole season because it really dives into Johnny. And, you really feel for him. But where before you just thought he was a complete jerk.
Well, I actually heard about the rumors of Cobra Kai coming onto YouTube like months and months before they actually released it to YouTube. And I can't remember exactly how, but there was like a rumor going around on the internet. And I just remember waiting like months, like 3 or 4 months before it actually hit YouTube the first time. And when it hit, I was like blown away. I mean, the first episode, I was like, wait a minute now, am I revisiting my childhood with these characters, or is this just like a brick hit me in the head, And it was really exciting, and it just kept the motivation of the show just kept me. I couldn't stop, I had to watch all 5 hours of it. I just couldn't stop, and then I watched it again, and then I went and got my friends, brought them over. You got to see this. You got to see. You know what I'm saying? It just kept going.
That. No, I was the same way when it came out. I had known it was coming out, and I binged it that whole day. Like I even had to go to work and was watching it on my breaks. And while I was closing the desk down at night, I finished that final episode of season 1 and was like, "Pardon my French, oh shit."
That's a good reaction. Honestly,
when season 2, I watched season 1 kind of all I think a day or two, but like right when season 2 came out, I was at work, it dropped. I work overnight and I run kind of like a Sunoco, kind of like a convenience store / gas station, like for gas and all that stuff, and like we have all this stuff to do, clean pots. So I was cleaning everything while having my phone on me in between customers, and I would pause it when a customer comes in, and then when the customer leaves, I would unpause it and just watch all season 2. And my shifts were 8 hours, so I worked 5 hours straight, me on my phone, doing work, watching the show. And when it ended... What'd you say?
I said, did your phone die on you?
Nope, because I have a Galaxy. And my Galaxy's battery is... I can make it where I get like 24 hours of extended battery, and I can go on YouTube 24 hours straight and not have no battery problem.
It's got one of those super ion batteries.
No, I guess it's got a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus.
And see, guys, all the people listening out there in La La Land, another tangent. Thank you. Come again.
Easter egg 1. Let's start with that. How about that?
Yeah. So what do you got, Matt?
I got number 1 on the list is the Firebird from the original Cobra Kai. They put him in a red Firebird for Cobra Kai because he actually drove a vintage Firebird in the original Karate Kid movie.
So that was what he was driving when they pulled up at Golf and Stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
And
But it
I didn't
wasn't
even catch
yeah.
that.
It was like an earlier model. It was probably 69, maybe somewhere around in there. Firebird.
Okay.
But anyway, or maybe a 50 something. I don't even know, but I know it was an old one. But they used that.
Not as old as the car Miyagi gave Daniel, though.
No.
Nothing's gonna beat that.
No. Let's well, that's the first one. The second one, we'll go ahead and go to the second one, I guess. Is Louis LaRusso. You know, that's a take to kind of put your mindset on the old Karate Kid from his Uncle Louis, who was in
Uncle Louis
part 3 that got sick. You know, and they're speculating. There's been a lot of speculation.
Is no joke.
Right. And they're speculating that's probably his son. You know, from
yeah. I mean, it has to be. I mean,
I'm guessing the same thing. It probably is.
Because it's his cousin Louis, so I mean, uncle's kid. That means it's
yep.
He calls his mom Aunt.
Yeah, that's his son. So, how he made his way from New Jersey to San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, I guess he's had nothing to do, and they said, "Well, why don't you come live out here?" Or he went to go move in with his aunt. Maybe he's living with his aunt.
Who knows?
Well, that'd be weird.
Not really. I mean, I know people that like really don't have a job yet, and they.
Oh no, I know. I was just talking. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. The third Easter egg we can get into is the name of the first show is called Ace Degenerate, which is what
Tommy says.
Tommy calls him in the first movie. Yeah.
Ace Degenerate.
And then he says, ex-degenerate, you know, I'm going to make it work this year.
8 a.m. tomorrow. I'm a senior. I got 1 year to make it all work. And that's what I'm going to do. Make it work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, let's also take a moment because we just passed the 1 year anniversary of Rob Garrison's death. The original Cobra Kai Tommy passed away because of kidney failure in West Virginia last year, 2019 in September.
Wow.
And he's definitely going to be missed. He was it was great to have him on season 2. It was one of the last things he did before he died.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, I thought he was wearing a lot of makeup, and I found out, nope, he was not. That was him.
That was him, yeah. That's all the pictures you see, you know, he looked just like that.
Yeah.
He was dying, and he knew he was dying. He wanted to get one more episode, like one more, send off.
They knew he was dying, and that's why they killed him off in the show.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I don't know exactly what illness he had. It could have been, cancer or something like that. I don't know.
Hold on. Let me. You guys keep talking. I'll just.
But anyway, he was a major role in the movie, and he was a spectacular actor, and he just wanted that last performance, so they give him that chance.
Rob Garrison died of liver failure.
Liver failure, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
Of kidney and liver after a month of kidney and liver failure.
Wow.
It was both. So yeah, that was his cause of death.
Well, rest in peace, Mr. Garrison.
Yes. Rip Tommy. All right, so another one. I'm gonna shout one out that I have seen, and it's probably going to be on your list. So one of the Easter eggs I see in episode 1, I mean, that's probably my favorite little nod, is got to be when the tow truck pulls up, it says Pat's Towing Service on it.
I actually do not have that on my list. You believe it?
Oh, I got one you didn't have.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, But is it a reference to Pat Morita or a reference to Pat Johnson? We don't know.
Or it has to be Pat Morita.
I'm thinking Pat
was one into the cars.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Because, tow truck, LaRusso Auto. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Let's see now. I guess number 4, Miguel's knuckle push-ups is a nod to Kreese telling that student in Karate Kid 1. Yeah, give me 60 push-ups on your knuckles. And so Johnny's like in that mindset of Kreese at the beginning, just drop down and give me some knuckle push-ups. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Knuckle push-ups hurt.
Yeah, I've never tried them, and I don't know. I mean, I can
do it right now.
One push-up. Right Shit, you crazy? Man, I'm like 230 pounds. I got to lose some weight.
Oh, I'm cute. I'm close to 300, so. Wow. I'm a big boy. I'm like 6'4", and my dad is 6'7", so I'm the smallest boy in the family.
Have you seen that video that I don't know the guy's name, but they put it out when him and Kreese did that interview in the old dojo?
I was watching that. I didn't get to see all of it, but they went to the original Cobra Kai dojo.
Yeah, and that dojo is actually, I mean, in the movie, it kind of looks wide, wide angle lens and all that stuff, but it's actually not very big.
No, it's pretty small.
It's like narrow and long. That's about it. It's not really wide at all. Okay, number 5. Johnny makes Miguel clean the dojo. Kind of like Miyagi did Daniel in the first movie.
Yeah. How do you want me to do these windows, Sensei? I don't give a shit. After you're done, go ahead and clean the toilet. And do that on your hands and knees. And he starts laughing.
The exact opposite of what Miyagi's reaction would have been to Daniel, so that kind of makes sense for Cobra Kai.
And later on, Daniel at the car shop with Robbie goes into some completely new chores, but are teaching the same techniques.
Right. I like how Robbie gets upset when Daniel tells him to, did you do the other lot, You
just wanted me to do your shitty chores.
Exactly, man.
I love this part.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then when you see it all come together and he finishes, he's like, whoa. Like a little Keanu Reeves, Bill and Ted moment. Whoa. Dude. Totally radical Iron Maiden.
Also, if we can talk about Kyler for a minute in episode 1. Was it episode 1 or no, not episode 1, episode 3, I think, when Kyler comes over to his house.
Kyler comes over in
3 or 4.
No, it's episode 2.
Is it 2?
Yeah, because 1 they have the party.
I need to brush up. Anyway,
I watched it way too many times. Plus, I had it on YouTube, and then I bought it on Vudu, so I have it digitally, and then started watching on Netflix again. I watch it at least every month or so. I binge it.
Yeah, I'm not watching it as much as I should now, but anyway, have you never noticed that when Daniel asked Kyler about his black eye, kind of like Lucille asked him about his black eye when he was, or no, not Lucille, Miyagi when he came to fix his sink that time in the original.
Oh, what happened?
What happened? Exactly.
My bike. Oh, lucky no hurt hand.
Exactly. And Daniel asked Kyler the same thing. He said, "You're lucky you didn't hurt your hand."
No, he doesn't say that. He goes, nice shiner there. Oh, caught an elbow. Is that what happened to your hand too?
Yeah, that's right. See, you're way ahead of me. I haven't been watching like I'm supposed
to. I have a memory thing where I memorize things very easily.
You got a photographic memory.
An auditorial memory. More like if we were about to go do a Spaceballs quote off, I could totally do that right now. And I've been doing that since I was a kid. And I could go through most of Spaceballs saying all the lines. And several movies and, Karate Kid, Cobra Kai. And you can just take that and send it to the internet.
There you go.
Hash Brown Team Cobra Kai.
What about Karate Kid 3 when Terry Silver has Daniel in their training and they're kicking
the Quicksilver
method where they got that little dummy thing with the boards,
It wasn't the exact dummy that they were using. They had one with 3 boards set up, and it was just holding the wooden planks to hit at different levels. So right. I don't know if that was the same. I mean, definitely very close to it.
Yeah.
But we missed one, though. We did miss one. So, in the fight where Johnny fights the guys for the first time, Kyler goes up on him and chokes up on him and says, "What's the matter? Having trouble breathing?"
Yeah, that's a Mike Barnes quote right there.
Mike Barnes quote. And then Johnny says it when he's choking out Kyler.
Yeah. I don't know how I missed some of them things. But I'm glad you got a good auditory memory.
Yes, I do.
Got to cover me up. Anyway, let's.
All right, and then let me see. What else did I see? Oh yeah, with the whole you got fish sticks? I'm sorry.
Fish sticks are dope.
Who the heck would do that? You're offered sushi, like sashimi, and like no, fish grosses me out. Oh wait, you got fish sticks?
I think Sam was told him, said, "You like the fish sticks at school, right?"
Oh yeah, fish
yeah,
sticks are dope. You got any fish sticks?
That's funny.
I love it when Daniel asks, where's your parents from? And he goes, Irvine, I think.
Yeah, Irvine.
Another part of California. And Daniel just laughs.
That had to been part of the filming where they just cracked up. You know what I'm saying? Producers and all of them. There's probably some outtakes of that we hadn't seen.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of the outtakes that they posted, but I don't know if they posted all of them.
I guess number 8 would be Johnny's costume for Miguel.
Oh, yeah. I'm tempted. I have been so tempted to get that one for Halloween this year. But I would not be able to do the face justice. So I'm like, I shouldn't even bother, because if I can't do the face right, there's no point.
Yeah, you definitely got to look the part on that.
Plus, if I'm at work during COVID, which is going on right now, who knows if we'll still be wearing masks at that point. That's going to make a mess out of my mask. I think I'll just stick with the Cobra Kai gi that I got.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty cool. I don't own anything like that right now, but
HalloweenCostumes.com. You can get one. They're not that expensive. Or you can even go on Amazon. It's on there.
Cool.
What about... I did the Miyagi-Do one and then bought the Cobra Kai one. I bought a Cobra Kai jacket, but it was too small. So now I've got... I have an old leather jacket that I have, and I bought a patch, and I'm just going to get it stitched on.
I got a quick little story I'm going to tell you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we first watched the first season, me and my daughter, when I got her watching it, she was like 8 or 9 at the time. She's 12 now. But, well, yeah, she's about 9, somewhere around there. Anyway, we watched the first season, and it impacted her so much. She wanted to learn karate. So me and her went out, and we sparred, and I was showing her some of the stuff Miyagi did and, you know, some of the stuff Terry Silver did. And she actually went to school, I think when she was about 10, maybe 11. And this girl was bullying her at school, and she came home so excited, and she said, "Dad, this girl tried to hit me, and I blocked her. And they're scared of me now. They don't want to mess with me anymore." I said, "But that's awesome."
Cobra Kai never dies.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you know, the rules of Cobra Kai alone have been how I lived my life this past year. And it has given me so much confidence. And truth be told, you guys know, but I got it tattooed on my chest. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. And literally, that's just how I applied my life, how I lived my life. And it's changed so many things. It made me more aggressive, going for what I want, putting in everything I got instead of being lazy. And it's definitely rules for life.
Yeah, it's just a very good motivator, you know. Okay, what about when Johnny tells Miguel this isn't a knitting class? Didn't he tell Miguel that? Or who was that he told to?
No, he was talking to Matt Mayer. Was he talking to Aisha?
Who was?
When Aisha came to sign up, right?
This is a karate dojo, not a knitting class. That's said in the Karate Kid 1.
Right, that was a nod to Kreese telling Miyagi that. He said it to somebody.
This isn't a knitting class. This is karate.
It might have been Aisha.
It had to have been Aisha, because why else would he mention knitting class? Because she was the second student to join.
Right.
Does anyone know exactly? I mean, I've heard things about what happened to her and why she's not in season 4 or 3. Apparently, she got really sick.
I was on her Facebook, I think, back then, and somebody had asked her that question, and she said they just never called me back, and she was really, really mad. She was upset. She said, "I don't know why I'm not in season 3. They haven't called me back." That's all I know. That's just from a Facebook post that she had posted to somebody or responded to somebody.
Yeah.
But
Well, I
we
mean, it looks
don't
like
know the real reason.
Take place mostly in Okinawa, so I mean, but they gotta have stories for everyone. I mean, what does that mean? Hawk's not going to be in season 3 too? Because I'm sorry, he's my favorite character. Hawk is badass.
Yeah, he is.
And there's another reference there. The Hawk could be referring to Julie's Hawk in the next Karate Kid.
Yeah, I think that just keeps our. The reason they do all that is just to those Easter eggs is to refresh our memories on those other movies, to keep them fresh in our mind.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because when something comes up that they write or they film, it kind of puts you in the mindset like, hey, I know that from somewhere. And then, it may make you want to go watch that movie or something.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Daniel tells Sam that his mom drove him on dates.
Yeah, how did that go?
That was a reference to Daniel's mom driving him, on his dates and everything. And that just kind of reminds you of puts that image in your head from the first movie, Okay, let's see. Number 10. Johnny says this isn't okay. We done went through that. Okay, Johnny said this isn't a knitting class. I don't know why. I said that way before. I guess I skipped one. My bad. What about Miyagi's rules that are on the wall in Daniel's dojo?
All right, so I actually had those translated.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, let me find it real quick. Hold on, because I had someone who had a friend translate it. Because I wanted to get it on my wall. Let me see if it'll pull it up. It's old. It's an old Facebook Messenger conversation, so I'm hoping it'll pull up. Let's see here. I go down and I can find her on here. Hopefully. I remember what they are for the most part.
I think one of our administrators on the Homeless Lynn group did some research and put that on there at one time, but I couldn't tell you where to find it at the moment.
Yeah, no, I got it here. I'm just getting ready to pull it up. Okay, here we are. Okay, so rule number 1 is empty hand, don't have leading hand. And rule number 2, which we never knew what it meant, says first correct your heart.
Oh, okay.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, you got to be right. Oh, wow, that is kind of. All right. Let's see. Let's move on just a little bit. Johnny recites, fear does not exist in this dojo, does it? Pain does not exist in this dojo, does it? Here on the streets, man faces defeat.
Here on the streets,
defeat does not exist in this dojo.
No, it goes. A man. Hold on. I'm gonna have to Google it. Give me a second. I had this down, but my tongue's twisted. Here on the street in competition, a man faces you. He's the enemy. An enemy deserves no mercy. What is the problem, Mr. Diaz?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You hit me, sir, and I have asthma. Not anymore.
You get rid of all those peanut allergies.
You can leave your asthma and your peanut allergies outside and all that other made-up bullshit outside.
Johnny's kind of a hard ass, wasn't he, back then?
Yeah.
But you noticed as the show progressed, he's just like kind of more mercy-minded in a way, you know.
Yeah, more honor in his head.
He's got a lot more.
What do you think? Excuse me. Do you think he would have seen it if it wasn't being used on his son?
That's a good question.
Matt, what do you think on that one?
Sorry, I was some drop. What's going on?
The question is, would Johnny have realized the honor rule and no mercy if it wasn't being used against, if it wasn't the use they did on his son and the moves, and that they injured his son and they exploited his injury like he did to Daniel? Do you think if it was anyone else, he would have had that same reaction?
That question kind of confuses me.
Johnny realized that he did a bad thing. Do you think he would have realized he did a bad thing if it was against another kid and not Robbie?
Yes.
So you think either way?
You're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I believe he would have. I don't think he would have been that emotional, but I still think he would have known it was wrong.
I mean, if you look at his facial expressions while Robbie's getting the crap beat out of him, you know, he's kind of hurting him. You know, he don't want to see that, but he wants to win at the same time. You know.
Yeah. I mean, he runs to Robbie's side as soon as that penalty happened. When Hawk kicked his arm and dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's like, "Get off of me!" And the referee told him to step back, and that kind of hurt.
You think that would actually happen though? If you kicked someone there, it would dislocate the shoulder like that?
I'm sure at the right angle, yeah.
You'd have to kick pretty hard. I mean, the knee was definitely believable in the Karate Kid one. That kick to the knee would do that. Absolutely.
Well, that's kind of believable. I mean, I guess anything could happen.
Sensei Ron Thomas, a.k.a. Bobby.
Okay, I think we talked a little bit about this earlier about Robbie waxing on and off the vehicles and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, Miguel and Sam's date. It was it was almost like Allie and Daniel's date. You know, a lot of it was
one of my favorite. One of my favorite episodes was when they used, because he played the song "Young Hearts" by Commuto, and that's one of my favorite '80s songs.
Man, I have some stories about that song in my youth, but I can't
so
tell
good
that on this podcast.
How it was like, it kind of felt like recreating the date for the new generation, and that scene made me have nostalgia really, really bad. Like I smile.
Right? Wasn't it the same place? Didn't they go to the? I mean, isn't that a real place?
Yeah, it's a real place, but right now, currently, it's closed down.
Well, because of COVID, I'm sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's I think it's the same place, and I saw somewhere where they had to create the sign for that to use in a different filming thing or something to represent the old sign, you know. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, I like that part right there. You know, when they went through, they did the ice hockey and all, you know, the tables and it kind of put them two in perspective as a couple. You know, they're not technically dating or anything, but it is a date. You know,
they did the photo booth too.
Yeah, the photo booth was really similar to Allie and Daniel's. Let's see.
But what about Senor Octopus? I didn't see Daniel win a prize for
when Lucille showed up. When Daniel's mom came back, you know, when she showed up, she referred to Daniel's eyes as baby browns again. Yeah, that's a little Easter egg right there. I thought that was cool. And okay, Robbie and Daniel's training, Daniel is wearing the baseball suit like Miyagi wore, for his training. And was that part 3 or
Yeah,
part
no,
1?
that was part 1 when the driver punch. Not just arm, whole body. Driver punch.
Yeah, you acting like girl.
What's the matter? You some
His
kind
legs,
of girl or something?
Miyagi swept his leg. Miyagi went Cobra Kai on him. He got upset because he was just dancing around. Yeah. So he swept the leg, I mean, come on.
I think you talk too much.
And that's another subject for another day, season 3.
How different would this show be if Pat Morita was in the show and he was still alive?
Oh, wow. I've tried to imagine that, but I don't know. That would be.
I mean, they lengthened his life out. If you look at that tombstone, he died in 2006 or 2000. Yeah, it was 2005. He died in 2005. And they said he lived to 2011, which meant he would have had a chance to know the kids and be a grandfather to Daniel's kids.
Yeah, Sam was like 10 years old when he died. Something like that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. What about when Daniel takes Robbie to the woods to train him and ends up leaving him and training him to balance on a tree? That's kind of like a nod to him, Miyagi leaving him on the beach and, and trying to do the crane kick on that stump. Or he goes out there on his own and tries it in the movie, because he saw Mr. Miyagi do it. And so Daniel takes Robbie to the woods and puts him on a tree to learn balance.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a little.
And, it's just, I don't think they could have done better with this show. I think they nailed it, and they did perfect with all the throwbacks. Oh, yeah, and by the way, found it completely funny that he goes, up in that tree, I felt like Jackie Chan or something.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was kind of a nod.
Well, it always trips me out when he walks up looking for Daniel, and Daniel's like doing the Yoda thing, on one hand. From Star Wars, he's like, it just kind of trips me out every time I see that. Okay. Daniel tells Johnny to choose a car from the lot. Just kind of like Miyagi gave Daniel his first car,
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, all right, I'm going to give you a car. It's the exact opposite, Miyagi gives Daniel a car for his birthday, and here's Daniel doing the same thing with Johnny, but just to get him out of his life, basically, pick out your car and let's go, It's kind of weird vibe off of that. And I'm surprised that Johnny didn't pick up when, what's her name, Sheila said Robbie is off today. He said, have Robbie clean the car up. She said, Robbie's off today. I'm surprised Johnny, being that close, didn't pick up, that was his son working there. But,
well, anyone could be named Robbie.
Yeah, that's true. But if you watch,
how would he assume? Wait a minute, it has to be my son. Only my son would work here. It wouldn't have entered his mind that his son was even working.
He was checking out the car anyway, so he really wasn't listening.
Yeah. Too bad he didn't go with that Forester. Yeah. Dude, just totally shot a bottle cap and actually hit my target. I've been practicing. I actually shot one behind me on accident. That was pretty funny.
Okay, here's a good one. Miguel mocks the crane kick at the All Valley tournament.
Okay, so not mocked. He was taught on set by Ralph Macchio how to do it. I saw the clip. Ralph Macchio was showing him how to do it properly, and they were rehearsing it.
I'm talking about in the show, he was mocking him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely mocking him with the crane kick. Dad, he stole your move. And Johnny just gets a smirk on his face looking over at him.
That was classic right there when he just kind of smiled at him and smirked at him
Yeah.
like, I used that. Yeah, I used it. Yeah, I did.
You're serious? I'm serious. You can't be in here. You gotta leave. I know you're serious. He starts laughing.
Wait, hold up. How is that legal though? That crane kick.
Okay, so Sensei Vidal commented and said it was completely legal. And it's all about technique. It was a clean technique that's done. It wasn't a vicious attack to the face. It was an actual legit technique. And I've done it in a tournament and I have gotten a point. Not from a crane kick to the face, but I have kicked to the head. And
I would love to see you. I would honestly, not something mean, I would really want to see you like your karate videos or something. No offense, I really want to see.
Luckily, they didn't film. I got first place.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it to believe it, bro.
Hey man, I'm Cobra Kai, man. Just come on down here. Start a fight with me. Get in a car, drive to Virginia, and let's do this.
Hey, I'll be down for fun, man, but I don't train karate, man. I train MMA, Kali, jiu-jitsu, all that offense stuff.
I got some of that too. I've got wrestling. I've got Aikido. I've got jiu-jitsu training.
Oh, wow. Look at you, big boy. Oh,
yeah. I'm a big boy now. I got my big boy pants on today.
I mean, definitely, man. I would love to do that one day. I mean,
if you're ever going to go on a vacation, you can come down here, crash with me at my pad, and just have a vacation out here.
Beat your ass for like 5 minutes, like 2 hours straight. I don't know about that.
Oh no! I mean, we'd be binging Cobra Kai on a 65-inch TV, man.
It should be 4K. I should go down there when season 3 comes out.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna host a season 3 viewing party, and I want to binge it all with a bunch of friends. But I was gonna do it this year, but of course, not gonna happen until next year. So I don't know if I'll be in this apartment or if I'll have moved.
I'm calling it summer though.
Yeah, let's say you come down in the summertime. You come down and you visit, and you'll come stay here. And Matt Sharp, you're welcome too. But I think you'd have to go a lot further driving.
Oh yeah, probably 8 or 9 hours, maybe.
Yeah, he's only like 3 or 4 hours away from me. All I'm saying though is that I think Cobra Kai 3 is gonna be out in summer, which pisses me off because they can do it like in the end of
this summer, because this summer was really, really a cruel summer.
Ha! Oh, you mean cruel summer, or people just overreacting and making shit more dramatic than it actually was? If you look at the statistics, but
even me here on my own, it's a cruel.
What people don't know, she also did a song in the first season. She did the song when Miguel gets beat up in the school. So the girl who does the Cruel Summer remake, she had her own song.
You mean the one she did the remake in season 2 at the very end?
Yes, and she also had a song in season 1, I think called Darkness or Black or something like that.
Her name's Carrie Kimmel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Carrie Kimmel. I didn't put those two together. Yeah. I remember Black.
Yeah, the one where Miguel gets beat up.
You know where to go.
Yeah.
And justify your soul. It's when he's lying there on the ground, beaten the crap out of by those guys. I mean, sorry, that hurt. Just watching them take that lacrosse stick. They didn't even punch him. They took a lacrosse stick and beat the shit out of him. But his reaction, he did one kick to Kyler, and then when someone grabbed him, he's like, oh shit. So you just realize that now? You're going to hit one, you got to hit them all.
Well, you remember when Johnny held his fist up to Bert?
No mercy, Bert.
Yeah, that's kind of like Kreese did to, was it Johnny or Bobby? It was to Bobby. He held his fist up, and Bobby did his fist back. And then Hawk
no mercy fist.
Hawk did his illegal kick and got disqualified, and that was kind of a nod to Bobby getting disqualified for.
Except the difference being Johnny didn't tell them to do it; they did it on their own.
Right, and that's why he really.
It really took him. He was like, "Holy crap! What did I do?" And even in season 2, he says, "Even I'm still learning."
Yeah, he was wanting to turn Cobra Kai around, and be less violent with it.
Mm.
And of course, the Miyagi thing when Robbie gets his shoulder knocked out of place, Daniel does the rubbing the hands thing and then hollers medic.
Oh yeah, just the whole medic. Can I get a medic? Oh my gosh, it's like if you hadn't seen, I'm sorry, you've seen the movie and you're watching that the first time. As soon as he yells medic, you're busting a gut.
Yeah, it's like I don't know when
even the serious tone came on too. The that comes on in the first movie.
yeah, that music, yeah, like boom, and then he yells medic and just kind of breaks the atmosphere right then.
Yep. That was just a funny nod.
And he actually told Robbie, like Miyagi told him, you don't have to fight anymore. You can end this, you don't have to do it. And he's like, no, I want to, Mr. LaRusso. That's what Robbie said, and it's kind of the same thing.
He goes, I'm calling it. He goes, no, let me finish. But let me tell you, the two-legged kick, that was the crane kick of season 1.
I do agree there. Yeah. That was like, only Mr. Miyagi could do that. You remember Daniel saying that?
Yeah, and the fact that Daniel went and practiced the crane kick on his own. Miyagi didn't teach him. Robbie went and trained and learned the two-legged kick on his own without being taught.
Right. Using his talent for skateboarding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Okay. And then there's a reference I don't really get. If maybe any of you get it. When Sam, after Robbie sprains his ankle skateboarding, and he hops off, he goes, okay, I'm all better. Did you just pull a Kaiser Soze? What is that in reference to? I know it's something.
I always wondered that too. I never really looked it up to find out.
In wartime, like, what up? It was something in wartime.
The book, I'm sure.
Oh, it was something like it was something on a fin where it was like where you fake injury to like get an advantage over someone. Something like that. I don't remember.
Oh, okay, I got it. It's a nod to the fictional character and the main antagonist in the 1995 film The Usual Suspects, Kaiser Soze.
Oh. Played by Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, luckily I've got Google in front of me, so.
Well, same here. I just Googled it.
What does Kaiser Soze mean? It's basically what it means, who is feared to be elusive, someone everyone hears about but no one ever meets in person. In other words, he pulled out the old trick, I'm limping, I'm hurt, and then just magically heals himself, He's ready to go to the party then.
Huh. Apparently there's an Urban Dictionary definition. I'm going to read this. Well, no, I mean, it talks about unless you want a great movie spoiled. Yeah. Trying to see. I'm looking here. It says a shit smell from one, like literally on when you Google it, and it just shows you like before you click on it, it says a shit smell from one's ass that is so powerful and ruthless that you believe it's a myth. Once it's faded away, the greatest trick the smell ever pulled was ... I'm like, what the fudge am I looking at?
If you look under the Wikipedia version, it says crime lord or con artist.
Well, see, that makes sense. All right, what's next?
Let's see. Number 24, Daniel LaRusso is going to coach.
Blue Mats, Gold Fist. Time to change it.
That guy on the council board that wanted the blue mats, he's pretty awesome in my opinion. Oh, Cobra Kai is a badass name for a dojo. Yeah, that was pretty awesome, him saying
Well, I guess it's just Hawk. It's Muskowitz. Eli Muskowitz.
that. Dimitri's crazy. But yeah, the LaRusso's going to coach thing is kind of like, when Allie runs up, Daniel's going to fight. Daniel's going to fight. And they had to put something in there like that.
Yeah.
And
this will ever be over.
These are all minor, like, Easter eggs. They're not real noticeable, but, number 25 would be like Daniel in the beginning of season 2, like he flips the paintbrush, as he's walking in Miyagi's backyard. Kind of like he flipped the paintbrush when he started painting the fence in the original movie,
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. The music, though, I actually use that the Miyagi fix-up music as one of my alarms in the morning. So it goes, it gets that whole song, it gets me in that mood, Like
Yeah.
I'm ready to fix up the day.
Exactly. Okay, the next one, it would be like when Daniel talks to Sam about his past relationships. They kind of do, I don't know if they actually do, I can't remember if they do the actual flashbacks or not, but, he's talking to her about past relationships. And
no, they don't do a flashback. He just talks about it. Talks about Judy first, and then there was Allie.
Yeah.
Johnny talks about Allie to Miguel. There's
right.
flashbacks.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys read the graphic novel that came out?
I have not.
I did. I read it. I got it. You can get it on Amazon for like $14. It's worth it. It is Johnny's version of The Karate Kid. That is the comic book.
Wow, I'm
He's
check that out.
Miguel, Hawk, and Aisha the story of The Karate Kid told by him, and you see his abusive stepdad. It goes really into detail, and it's a 4-book comic series, and you can get it in one graphic novel, which is what I did. It took me like 10, 20 minutes to read through.
Okay.
I'm just excited for the game. I can't wait for that game.
Yeah. I'm not a really big gamer, but I've mentioned it to my kids, and I may get it for them or something, and then just kind of try to join in. I don't play games very much.
You played Streets of Rage as a kid, did you not?
Oh, I used to play Pac-Man.
Oh, damn, you're old.
Street Fighter. What is that?
Like, I'm talking like multiple villains coming up to you and you're beating the crap out of them.
I probably played. I remember the Atari and the Nintendo. I still have a Sega Genesis.
Did you ever play the Karate Kid game on the NES?
I probably have with some friends, but I've never owned it.
I got it. I bought it off eBay for $3.
Wow, you got a good deal.
Yep, it was an auction and I won.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's definitely a keepsake.
Cartridge. It starts off with the tournament, and then it goes into like 3 levels of Okinawa. 1 regular, 1 storm, and then 1 on the way to the final fight.
Cool.
Man, that game is hard as shit. I used to beat it as a kid in like 1 sitting, no problem. But I'm playing as an adult. I'm like, fudge this shit.
The only game I've ever beat and made it all the way through was Super Mario 3.
You serious? You made it through that?
Yes.
Did you cheat or did you actually go through all the levels?
I actually went through all the levels.
I never did that. I could cheat and get to the last world, but...
I didn't do a lot of that time warping stuff that's in there,
Yeah, the flutes and whatnot.
Yeah, I just played it. I think I beat it twice, actually.
Well, I mean, the trick at the end is letting Bowser jump, and you have to jump out before he hits the ground.
Exactly, yeah.
He digs himself into a hole, and then he dies.
Yeah. I still have that game on NES. I don't have a system because the system tore up on me. But
well, what you can get, if you want, look up the Retron 5. It plays Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Game Boy Advance games.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
That's what I got. And you can actually get an SD card. Go to that website that they have there and download the Game Genie files for every single game ever created and put it into your console so that you got the cheat codes loaded.
Nice.
Totally worth it.
Okay, let's go to number 27. John Kreese is referenced with Silver with the line, he's going to make Cobra Kai bigger and badder than ever. Somebody said that in the. I didn't write it down. I didn't reference it, but that's one of the lines in there somewhere. Um,
All that matters is that you become badass.
yeah, I remember Johnny saying that. I don't know why I didn't take
Are
a
you
note.
losers? No, sensei. Are you nerds? No, sensei. Are you sure? No,
No sense.
sensei.
Face palm. Face palm.
It's just like dope. Great music choices though throughout the whole season.
It was great. I'm tell you what, I took one of those songs, I think it was Quiver, and listened to it for like 2 minutes, and I started playing it on my guitar, and I put it on the on Peter's group, and Hayden Schlossberg commented on it, want to know where I got my guitar from and what settings I was using and all that kind of stuff. Of course, Cobra Kyle is good too. He recreated some of those songs and sounded awesome.
Oh yeah.
What about the commercial that he made with Aisha? Let's talk about that a minute.
Oh yeah. The commercial.
I like the last part.
Oh man, that was just funny. He breaks a board with his head.
And he kicks the bonsai tree in the face of that student.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Right in his face.
And then he's like, put the snake at the end. I really want it to pop, make it chrome. That was a nod to the end snake at the end of the series, after each episode. It was pretty awesome. And of course, Daniel used the ice blocks. He was fixing to bust them before Cobra Kai just kind of stole the whole show. Now, here's the big thing that I want to get into. We can probably talk a few minutes on it. And I am sick to death of it on Cobra Kai Family and Homeless Land and every other group, that I'm in, is Tori with a Y.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I hated
Allie,
to bring that up.
Hey, what's your name? Daniel with an L.
And what amazes me is John Hurwitz himself said her last name is Nichols, and you still got these people. We heard a rumor that she's a Swarber, and she's Allie's.
Google
and it just keeps popping.
For Kai.
It just amazes me. It keeps popping up everywhere. But we know now it's Nichols, and she's not related to Allie
right now.
that we know of. Maybe she's not related to Allie, or is she? We don't know.
Yeah, see, it says if you Google the cast of Cobra Kai, it says Peyton List is Tori Schwarber.
Yeah, it says that. It says that.
Google is right, and the producers are lying.
No, I don't think so. John Hurwitz explained that with the Google got misinformed, and then because of their algorithm, it got shifted to all these other sites that picked it up and just kind of traveled and sent it to the internet, and it was wrong. So.
Yeah, well, at least they didn't put any hash browns on it.
Yeah, with watered down ketchup.
Ew. Better with the fried bologna.
Let me see. I don't even know where I'm at now.
Well, I say we've almost been on talking for about an hour now. So if we have anyone that's actually still listening, thank you for listening to some guys ramble on about some nerdom. All right, so what are some of the other big ones that you have? We'll skip some of the small ones. Give us a couple of the big ones.
One of them would probably be the beach fight with Daniel and how he took the stance of Miyagi and got all serious and was...
See your grandfather move like that, huh?
Exactly. He kind of like... When I saw that part, it was like Daniel was not there anymore. It's like Miyagi kind of like jumped in his body and took care of that to save that kid, save Robbie.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a It wasn't really a emotional scene for me, but it was just one of those scenes where you could feel the presence of Miyagi in a sense, you know.
Yeah, but he kind of looked like he was doing a drunken boxing kind of thing. He was the way he was moving, his footwork.
Yeah, we can all agree that he was not Miyagi, but
He had his own spin to it.
he had his own. Oh, that reminds me. You know, remember in Karate Kid 3 when Daniel says, "My karate comes from you," and my karate is foundation on you, and Miyagi's like, "Well, one day you'll have your own karate. One day you'll have your own style. You know, only root karate comes from Miyagi." So that's what we're seeing there. You know, Daniel's taking what Miyagi taught him and just like jacking the car up and teaching Robbie all these different things, you know, it's just his own style. So, okay, let me find some. What about when Hawk tells Dimitri that you're dead meat? You know, that's kind of a reference to Dutch telling Daniel you're dead meat. You know,
does he say dead meat?
Yeah, he does. I actually saw it. I watched it yesterday.
What episode was that in? Was it the mall scene?
It was the mall
or was
scene.
It the party?
I think it was the mall scene. When Dimitri runs and looks for Sam and
you're a corpse.
No. He says you're dead meat in one part. I have to look it up again, but I'm pretty sure I saw it yesterday. Yeah, he does say that.
The fight's not over until you say it is.
It's when Dimitri runs into the mall and he says, "Of course they're gone." You remember he's looking for Sam, Robbie, and then Hawk comes out, and the other goons come out, and he's like, "You're dead meat." Somewhere, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Let's find a couple of more, and then we'll go from there. Okay, the song, "The Ride,"
by the Matches.
The Matches, exactly. Yeah, when
you can't find that anywhere. Like, I can't even find how to get a copy of that song.
I'll see what I can do to get you a copy.
Thank you.
Yeah, when they ride their bikes, you know, and they head to the mountains, it's the same song, of course, when they're on their dirt bikes in the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Fernandez. Talk about him. Does he own the meat company when they're in the cooler, or does he not?
Wait a minute. Where are you getting that? I never made a connection there.
There is no connection other than the name Fernandez is on the label of the. I'm supposed it's probably bacon, making bacon.
Oh,
remember
okay.
The shirt,
so maybe that is how he had the connection to the cooler. He talked to Freddie Fernandez, who owned a restaurant or something.
It's possible. I mean, you see a lot of boxes back there when they're training in the cooler with Fernandez label on it. So, you know,
I never saw that at all. That's a new one.
Yeah. Let's see. Kreese told Miguel at Coyote Pass or wherever they was
Coyote
in the woods,
Creek.
Coyote Creek. Finish him. He told him to go finish him. You know, that was kind of a nod to the All Valley fight. And Miguel wears Johnny's jacket, you know, to the 80s dance thing. And I don't know.
You're a ducky in Spader's clothing.
I like when Robbie walks in and says, I mean, they're walking on the floor there, and he's like, somebody called me, was it Ron Johnson or Don?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Because he did look like Don Johnson from Miami Vice.
Yeah, with the white jacket, I can see that.
Of course, Robbie had the same book, you know, when Daniel picked up Okinawa book in his room or on his bed and he was staying on. Daniel had the same kind of book back in part 2. That's just a nod to part 2 of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the last two I've got, Kreese tells Johnny, we have a visitor. when Johnny walks in, you know.
Class, we have visitors.
Exactly, yeah. This time in Cobra Kai, he's kind of quieter, and he's like, "We have a visitor," you know. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
And then we get back to Kerry Kimmel, the last one, Cruel Summer, played twice during the series.
One regular and the same episode. They played the regular version, and then they played her version at the end of the episode.
Exactly. That's all I've got.
That's not my favorite version of the song. Someone did an awesome cover of it, and it was Crash Karma.
Crash Karma.
Krashkarma. Just look up Crash Karma Cool Summer. It is like a heavy metal version of Cruel Summer. It is awesome.
That's all the Easter eggs, guys. That's all I got.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for me. We're now at 1 hour and 5 minutes and 59 seconds.
Sounds good. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to get back into the flow. It's been a long time since we've done one. And we'll figure out a topic for the next episode. And hopefully you guys are tuned in, and we'll post this on both Cobra Kai Family and Miyagi's Cobra's page. If you're not on either group, join both groups. Be a part of the group. Have fun with it, because we post a lot of cool stuff on those pages. All right, guys. This is Kevin signing off. You all have a good night.
Take care.